It's popping, YouTube. Once again, packing the Mac in the back of the Aki, alright? Yo, check this out, right? I wanted to talk to y'all again. You know what I'm saying? This right here is called the 144,000 Part 2. You heard? Now, I done watch and observe a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? Like, say certain things about certain things and certain issues. So what we gonna go into the esoteric on a different type of vibe, right? We gonna go into, the type of side that people really don't like to talk about. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm gonna give y'all a little faith. And the only reason why I'm saying this is because I feel that it's necessary right now, right? Spirit spoke to me and he told me to speak to all the crowds, right? Now, check this out, right? I done watch people sit there and talk about certain things that I know they have no knowledge of. Like, seriously. And I done watch people talk about things that they have a little bit of knowledge of and they seeking for more. Right? I watched somebody look crazy as hell last night, bro. When I say crazy, bro, I'm talking about crazy, bro. And it's like, it was burning me so much inside, you heard? Because I wanted to correct it, you heard? Like, I wanted to interject and certain shit, you feel me? And it was burning and it was eating me, but I didn't really want to do that shit. Made me want to smack a motherfucker like Pisces feisty fish. Right? But what we gonna talk about right now, right? We gonna talk about the esoteric on another spiritual side of things. The 144,000 Part 2, right? Now, this discussion entails 3 different characteristics that has to do with a faith or belief or ideology that a person just, this is what it is. You heard? The 3 things we gonna talk about is Santeria, Voodoo, and Hoodoo. You heard? This is what we gonna do, right? We gonna stretch this shit all the way out, make sure it fit right? Check it. Now, Santeria, right? We gonna go from the babies and then we gonna go to the architects, right? Y'all heard me talk a couple of times about like my aunt and all that. You heard what I'm saying? Like my aunt, she old, like she like 92 or something. She old, bro. You heard? I don't even ask her age because she always told me don't ever ask a woman her age. You understand what I'm saying? So when my boo said, "Oh, I'm a proud 33," I was like, I just smiled. You understand? Because I wanted to, you know what I'm saying? But I know what certain people in my family believe in. So I was like, well, she divulged, so it's cool, right? But those are the 3 things we're going to talk about, right? We're going to talk about the baby of the babies. And we're going to talk about why they the baby of the babies. And we're going to work our way back. You heard? Now, a lot of times when people come out here and they be talking about all this spiritual shit and all that shit, find somewhere else to take that shit. Talk about something else. Don't talk about spiritual people. You understand? Because there ain't nothing you cannot pretend that that's something that you cannot pretend to be. Either you are or you not. Boom. People that's aware is gonna know. Only the lower class are the people who's not intuitive enough to really have they skills of elevation to the level that it needs to be for them to be able to decipher certain things. It's only going to be able to interpret these things. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like sometimes you have to make appropriate adjustments to certain things. You understand me? I love solitude. I love being by myself, bro. I'm serious. It's nothing more pleasing than that to me, man, because I know what it means to actually be like that. You have time to study. You have time to do whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to do. Hopefully it's something more constructive than, disruptive. But to each his own. The free will shit, right? The 144,000 Part 2, right? Now, we'll get into the baby of this shit, right? Or we could get into the elders and then work our way. Yeah, we could do that. But I'm gonna tell you what the babies are, and then I'm gonna work my way up. But I'm gonna do a short. I'm gonna do the short version, and then I'm gonna go to the elders, and I'm gonna explain everything per category. Right? These is another group guaranteed to be inside of the 144,000. Right? I'm about to blow your mind with a lot of shit I got to tell y'all. Right? Now the baby of the shit is called Santeria. Right? You feel me? The mid range is called Voodoo. You heard? The elders is called Hoodoo, right? Now we gonna go to Hoodoo, right? Hoodoo is the original foundation of the religion of what it was based on. It's not even, I can't even say a religion. It's just basically spirituality. You understand? That shit goes back to the Dogon tribe and the Nomos and all of that, and Sirius A and Sirius B and all of that, and trying to figure out the star cluster, and people figuring out, like coming over there looking at them like they strange. Then once technology got smart enough for them to figure out what was going on, they looked and seen and was looking at these people that was in the middle of fucking nowhere and with no technology, next to no society, bro. How did they know all this shit? You know how they knew all this shit? Because they was visited, right? Now we at Hoodoo, right? Now we still on Hoodoo, right? Alright. So now in the middle of nowhere, you heard? Next to nobody, no technology, no roads or nothing. Now we talking about the Dogon tribe of Mali. You heard? The Dogon tribe of Mali. And they came out there and they took these, no, they were looking at them like they was crazy, you heard? And they asked them like, yo, how do you know about Sirius A, Sirius B and all that? You feel me? And they was like, the people, the fish people, the Nomo, they came and they told us about it, this, that, and the third, blah, 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 blah. Now, they thinking about it, you understand? Because they know that they got shit already where they already know, but it hasn't been released to the public. So all that, we gonna get to that. We gonna get to a whole bunch of shit, you understand? Until I decide not to do it no more. Just being real with you, right? So, later on, it's this technology advanced or whatever. Yo, rest in peace to Carl Sagan too, man. Word, that's the big homie of, you know, astronomical science and all that shit, man. Rest in peace to him, man. It's a whole lot of brothers that dedicated their life to this shit, bro, to try to bring the message to people, right? But anyway, the Dogon tribe, right? They found out later on, right, that everything they found out was true with the invitation, like telescopes and magnifying glasses and observatories and shit like that. Whatever, right? Now, the Dogon tribe, right now, we got to now see this is complicated, so I'm gonna give y'all the abbreviated version, right? Now, these are the ancestors, right? Yo, remember when I was telling y'all about the pyramids and all that shit, and I told y'all that the shit was a power grid and all that shit? Would y'all be surprised? Y'all remember that shit, right? I know y'all niggas ain't tripping, right? All right, cool. So, check it. Remember when I told y'all that, right? Okay, cool. So now, just think about that time being populated with people who was on some different type of vibe. You understand what I'm saying? Like straight different. And then things changed. You understand? So they was about to get persecuted for certain things that certain people didn't agree with. We gonna get into all that later too. I'm gonna break all that down. Now we still on Hoodoo. You understand? Like this how deep this shit go, right? Now, they left Egypt, right? Now we talking about the pyramid builders and all that. Like the wise, you know, we talking about the sacred library that was transferred into Alexandria, the Valley of the Kings and all that. You understand what I'm saying? We talking about that type of shit. You understand what I'm saying? One of the main way stations for the power grid of Gaia, right? Now, what if, right? Everything that you learned, right, in school, and like I'm kind of like bridging the topic a little bit because I'm trying to ease y'all in a little bit, but this is for the people who's a little more at the higher end. You understand? Because these are the ancients right here. So we talking about the Dogon tribe and the Nomo and all of that. So when everything happens to evolve, that was released to the current population, right? To the current population, you understand that they can say, okay, yeah, this is what it is. Yo, look, oh, check this out. They came back when technology was great enough, and then they found out that everything these people told them was true. And they was trying to figure out, like, how the heck, y'all, like, how did y'all know this? And then that's when they found out about the Nomo, right? You understand now? They left Egypt, right? Because they was about to be persecuted. So they left and went to Mali. You understand what I'm saying? They built caves in the side of mountains and all that shit so they can't be seen. And people was trying to figure out why the hell they build in the way that they build in certain things. But a lot of people that's here on the planet Earth don't realize is that a lot of people from different civilizations build inside of the planet because they know that to be a spacefaring nation where you got trade routes and shit like that is hostile. So sometimes you have other species who may slip in based on their technology. Now you got to think about the US in terms of what they're capable of doing based on other countries' technology and how you feel secure. Now, can you imagine 180,000 different species whose technology is a little more advanced than the one previous to them? 180,000. So every time you run upon an op, you got to make sure that your shit is right. Y'all can check what I'm saying. But that's it for the doggone. You heard? We'll get into more of that later, right? Now, I told y'all they left Egypt and shit like that. It was inside the caves and shit like that or whatever. Now, think about the slave trade. When they went to Africa, you heard? They was snatching niggas up and everybody had their beliefs and shit like that. You understand what I'm saying? And they sent them niggas like to the Caribbean. You understand what I'm saying? To all the ports out there. You know what I'm saying? From Sierra Leone all the way to Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, all that shit right there. You heard all of the ports right there. This is when shit got mixed in with Christianity because it was close to the Americas. That was their way of being then. So they mixed their natural ways of being from Hoodoo with that and turned it into Voodoo. You understand what I'm saying? And that shit was like, because like all of the major ports was like right there in the Caribbean, which is like southern, everywhere that was in the southern part. And the slaves started getting bought in to build plantations and to farm crops and to pick cotton and shit and all that. Get it? Pick cotton for the second time, nigga. Right? These is where all of the traditions from Africa started to spread. You understand what I'm saying? My family, they from the Congo and shit. My nog, she met my family from Africa and shit like that. She know what it is. You understand what I'm saying? So when she hear me talk about my aunt and shit like that, she know what it is. And she's an elder. You understand what I'm saying? So this is where like her shit is mixed with hoodoo and voodoo. You understand? So when she talking about certain things and she like speak to you, every time she speak to you, she speak in a parable and you got to figure that shit out. And for the next 15 years, you'll still be figuring this shit out over and over and over again. This is how I'm able to really change my perspective when certain comments is made and I see a devil or something like that, because she always taught me how to like be able to shift in terms of how I feel. And that made me able to become a greater empath. That made me step more into my empathy, because you got to realize she's one of the elders that was always persecuted for what she believed in. You feel me? So when Lil Sunflower said what she said and we had the little conversation about Papa Legba, I was serious about that shit. Right? Now we gonna move right on, right? And now we gonna go into Santeria, right? Right now. As you go more and more down the line, it's more and more based on Christianity. You understand? Now, remember when I told y'all that I was born in the likeness of like St. Lazarus in terms of if I move a certain way, I'll never have to like depend on nothing ever? You understand? Because he was poor, you understand? He was a beggar, you understand? Had leprosy and all types of shit and was acting a beggar and then got reincarnated and boom, came back to be a very wealthy man and the same king that he asked for certain things, you know what I'm saying, was begging him. And you understand what I'm saying? Like that. Now, we talking about Santeria, you heard? The patron saint of the poor for Santeria is La Rona, you heard? She's like a Mexican saint and shit, you know? She's one of them that celebrated on May the 5th and shit, you heard? There, y'all know what it is. You understand what I'm saying? It's the female version of Saint Lazarus. I'm gonna tell y'all something about her though, right? Remember, like Mother Teresa? She was really, 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 really like that though. La Donna, she was like that. Really, really, really like that. You understand? She's the female patriot saint of the poor from Mexico. This is why I rock the pendant. You understand? And the reason why I rock the pendant is just to show y'all, like, it's crazy how shit can be manipulated and distorted. If y'all look at my pendant like, yo, I got the Grim Reaper, you heard? That's supposed to be La Donna. And the only reason why they changed her to a masculine energy is because she wasn't canonized by the fucking Vatican and the Catholic Church. I be you. You be me. Red Cloud TV.